Hello, my name is Sibcoe and welcome to your home for League of Legends eSports action here in the RTG eSports network. I want to talk to you guys today about something I've been finding kind of interesting as I've been exploring some of the correlation between League of Legends eSports and real sort of TV sports. And I say real very, very carefully because more and more it's consistent that eSports is every bit as real as any other sport in the world that we play today. And I want to get your guys' opinion on that. Do you think that's true? Do you agree with that? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like that? And is it a good thing? So basically, I recently read this article, I'll link it in the description below, from ESPN, and from an ESPN author, writer, if you like, journalist by the name of John Robinson. And this was from January 30th, and it says, League of Legends mimics regular sports. It was posted in the esn.go.com blog, and I'll link it up for you guys. But basically, it's talking about the correlation and the similarities between League of Legends esports, the audience size, the divisions, the ranks, the competitive play, the athletic nature. And now that we have, these gaming houses, it's all very, very, very sportsmanlike, competitive. And it really doesn't differ much to the United States, say, National Hockey League or National Football League. Or national basketball. It's become very, very similar. And this has a certain impact on Riot and the way they go about producing esports events. Now, Riot recently opened up a new arena in Cologne, Germany, and one, and I believe it's in LA. And, these are big, venues for them to host this upcoming LCS, season, where we're going to have all these games, 4 times a week, I believe it is. And that's pretty incredible. Now they have an official league that's also very similar to, pro sports leagues like the National Football League, the NFL, or the Premier League in the United Kingdom and Europe, the Barclays Premier League for soccer. So I think it's really, really interesting. Now, what it does is, though, it begs some questions. Why? Because Riot is not a sports company. Riot is not a sports franchise. Riot is a computer game company. And so the question is, what differences should a computer game have in its production of an esport versus a real live, say, Super Bowl like we just watched recently? Now, I have to say the production value for some of these events has gone massively high, but we have seen our problems. We have seen the internet come down at these events. We have seen things have to be replayed, catastrophic events. That being said, at the Super Bowl this past weekend, we saw the lights fail and everything go out and we had to wait 34 minutes for that to get fixed. So these things do happen. But what's different about it is that esports is inherently focused on a screen, on a number of screens, and maybe like a 12-foot square stage area, or a couple of 6-foot squares on either side, and maybe a big screen for the viewers to watch in the audience, and basically that and a commentator, a shoutcaster box. It's not the same as an NFL game that's out on a field and been looked down upon from all different levels. It's not the same as something like the Olympics that is a multi-city event, multiple locations, outdoors, very far away from the action. And yet Riot are hiring NFL, former NFL, and Olympics producers to try and help them get more of that style and feel. Now, one of the things in particular I think Riot are really going for is this concept of storytelling. There's a really an element in esports that I'm missing from shoutcasting and coverage of shows that are not done yet in quite the same professional manner as real, quote-unquote, public sports are, worldwide sports. So basically, that aspect of storytelling, talking about the players, talking about their lives, talking about rivalries, talking about all this kind of thing that gives people excitement and gets people excited. It's starting to creep out. You think of somebody like Sibcoe or something like that, who's starting to become a bit of a personality. And one of the things that I found personally about breaking into NFL, the National Football League, was that the more I knew about the players, the more excited I became about the game, because I wanted to learn more about how they played, because I started to get to know who they were a little bit as people. And I think that's really important. I got to know a little bit about their personality from interviews and things of that, from interviews and things of that nature. So I thought that was really cool. And I think that will help a lot in League of Legends esports action. But there's going to be a lot of changes coming, I think, this year for esports and for League of Legends. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff change in terms of how these games are presented, how the overall look and feel is presented, and you can already start to see it happening when you look at the, LOL Esports website and start to look at some of the direction they're going in with the league. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's really smart to echo that league kind of experience to the players in a non-professional level. great things coming this year, 2013, for League of Legends esports action. Stay here on this channel, RTG eSports Network, to find out more. And let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about this transition from esports as a niche computer game event into a worldwide staged sports event. My name's been Sibcoe. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in League of Legends esports. Cheers.